Hey, it's Beth, and I actually put a little video together of decorating our Christmas tree this year. I know a lot of people have tons of themes that they like to do, and ours is truly just family fun. We like the traditional colors of Christmas and making it as bright and cheerful for the kids as possible. Also that they can continue year after year to put their favorite ornaments on that they've accumulated, and just to brighten up our Christmas all together. So take a look and tell me what you think. So as you can see behind me, last night I got the tree put up and it's lit. So it is an artificial tree, it's pre-lit, and it takes me about an hour and a half to actually get it up and fluffed. So we keep it stored in a very large bag, and all those pieces get compressed down, obviously. So you want to really take the time to fluff out those tree branches. And when you're fluffing them, you need to go in starting from the middle and work your way out on each branch and open them up. Now, you want to make sure that your tree branches are actually kind of going up at an angle coming out of the tree, because that's actually the way they grow in nature. They don't grow sticking straight out. They're reaching for the sun. So as you're fluffing them, that'll give you a little bit more of a natural look, and it'll help fill out any bare spots that you're going to have in the tree itself. Also, even fake trees have a good side and a bad side. So you want to turn your tree around a little bit after you get it up and make sure that you've got the best looking side facing outwards. Also, if you've got any spots on your tree where the lights have gone out, you can always add another string in there, or if you feel like there's just not enough lights. I actually have a section on my tree down there towards the bottom where the dog several years ago chewed through the cord. So I actually have a whole section that doesn't work any longer. So I just go in and add another string of lights. So I'm really excited this year to try something new. I've always wanted a flocked tree, and I was actually going to order some flocking on Amazon and try to do it myself. However, I waited just a little bit too late to get that done. So I instead have found something online that everybody swears looks like real snow, and it is actually, they're from Dollar Tree. They're Scrub Buddies 360 dusters, and they come in a pack of 2 for $1 with a handle, and they look like this, and you actually tuck them in on the branches and fluff them out, and they're supposed to look like snow. So I bought 23 boxes of these. I bought every single one that they had. So for less than $25 with tax, I'm hoping to get that flocked look on my tree, and hopefully it'll be a lot cleaner and, you know, not dropping flock everywhere and having to vacuum up around it all the time. If not, I'm gonna be dusting forever because I've got a bunch of these. So I'm gonna walk you through all the ornaments and things that I put into the tree, and then we'll get to decorating. Okay, now I'm going to walk you through the method of my madness here on tree decorating. So I unpack every single ornament and lay it out on the tree and kind of group everything together by type. So over here I have all of my ribbons. I use like a deco mesh along with this green ribbon here and the polka dotted ribbon next to it. I use all 3 of those together on the tree. So I have them each labeled as tree 1 or tree 2, so I know what order they go on the tree, because I layer all 3 of them together at once, and some of them are different lengths. So I know that all the tree 1s are the same length and all the tree 2s are the same length, so I can make sure they're all together in the same size so they don't run out in weird places. I also have ribbon for my mantle over there, so those are labeled as mantle as well. This is my bow for the top of my tree. It looks horrible and crunched up, but it is wire ribbon, and I'll fluff it out and have it looking like new for the top of the tree. So over here are all of my filler ornaments. These are ornaments that you buy in the big bulk packages. Most of them are pretty old, like from Walmart and the Dollar Tree. There's nothing sentimental about them. They're just, you know, the right colors. So those will go deeper inside the branches and be used as filler. That way when you look at the tree, you're not going to see them directly, but you can get the dimension that comes with them. So again, a lot of these are pretty old and pretty cheap, but you're not really going to see them like you normally would. Over here, I've got some larger gold balls and some larger green balls back there in the corner. These are just bigger in scale, so you can have better proportions with your ornaments, especially on a large, like 9-foot tree like ours. These are sparkle light bulbs from Hobby Lobby. Got them last year, but they're still there this year. These are just little ornaments that are more types of filler type things, stuff that the kids made at school. You know, they're not always the most fantastic looking things. This one's even slightly broken, but you won't really see it. But the kids like to see the little things that they've made over the years. We kind of tuck them in different spots at their eye level so they can see them. So we've got all those grouped together. I've got the little green teardrop sparkles grouped together. There's the kitty cat. She likes to help. Over here we've got some garlands, candy canes. These are all of my picks that I like to put on the tree. I've got a nice assortment of those. And then these are just some larger presents that I just tuck in on the branches, just if I've got a gap or a space. Over here, I've got more of our sentimental type ornaments. We like collecting ornaments when we go on trips or for special occasions, ones that were gifted to us that just have kind of a special meaning. This is our cruise ship from our Disney cruise. Those are puffins from our trip to Iceland. My mom is just like me, and she'll bring ornaments home from her trips for me. This is the wedding cake my husband gave us on the day before our wedding. He gave that to me this year when we got married. This is my son's name spelled out in little letters. These are my Christopher Radko ornaments. My mom used to give us a Christopher Radko ornament every year. We've got like 12 of them here. They're a bit on the pricier side and they're larger. They run about $40 to $80 and up, just depending on the size. They're mercury glass, are highly detailed, very sparkly. They break very easily, so I keep all of them wrapped up in these boxes until it's their time to go on the tree, because I'm really worried about them getting broken. But I'll show you more detail of those later on. And of course, here's the cat coming back to check things out. That's why I keep those ornaments in those boxes. So over here, I've got a little bit of a Hobby Lobby haul, some stuff for the house and other places. Got some more stuff for the tree. That's the feather dusters from Dollar Tree that we're going to try this year. Got some gold balls, a wreath over there, some more picks. So that'll be fun opening up and deciding where to put all this kind of scattered around the house. All right, now it is time to finally start decorating. So I start off with my 3 ribbons there. I've got my deco mesh, I've got another green ribbon, and I've also got that polka dot ribbon. So what I do is just take some floral wire and wrap it around the top there and wire it into the very tip top of the tree. So I've probably disappeared, there we go, to go get another ladder. I have found it to be really helpful to have 2 different kind of step stools or ladders on each side of the tree to get the ribbon started. That's really the hardest part. A lot of people will just take their ribbon and kind of tuck it into the tree. This is wire ribbon and you can do it like that. However, since I bundle 3 different ribbons together, I find it much easier to go ahead and take about a 6-inch piece of wire and wrap it around at each little part where it's kind of pinched into the tree, and I wrap it around a branch inside the tree. I don't wire it to the outside of the tree because it doesn't give it as much dimension. I like to kind of push it further into the tree and wrap it on one of those inner branches, so it looks like it's more sort of woven into the tree. You can see here it's a task. It takes a while. There's constant adjustment and trying to make the little swags look right. It does take a lot of time, but I find that using 3 different ribbons together really does give it more dimension than you get if you just use one. Plus, I like fun color. I know a lot of people have perfectly themed trees each year and they go out and buy brand new stuff every single year, and that works great for a lot of people. But for us, we're a family with 3 kids, and the kids like to see specific ornaments from years past that they've chosen or made put on the tree, and those just simply don't always work with color schemes. So by choosing to go with traditional Christmas colors, they pretty much usually blend all together pretty well. and we just like to keep it fun and happy. We've got other areas of our house that are a bit more modern looking or more rustic, that we do different things in those rooms for the holidays. But for our big family tree, we really tried to keep it as colorful and bright and fun as possible. So this whole process, even though it's sped up, it takes me probably a good hour and a half, 2 hours to do as I work my way around. But I think it really just adds so much to the tree, especially if you have a much larger tree. I upgraded to this one several years ago after having a 6-foot tree for well over 10 years, and I quickly found out that I didn't have enough stuff to go on my tree. It looked pretty naked. So by adding the ribbon, it takes up a lot of space that you normally would have when you upgrade a tree. Plus, it's just a really fun, easy thing to switch out each year if you decide, hey, I do want to go with a different color. So now I've finally worked my way all the way around, and I'm going to come up here and do the bow for the top of the tree. I fluffed it out. I bought this little crown this year at Hobby Lobby because I thought it'd be neat to have a little something extra added to the top. I thought I'd do the crown alone, then I thought I'd add the bow, and finally I just left it as is. However, you really can't see the crown, so I probably won't stick it up there next year. These are those feather dusters that I showed you earlier. I'm just walking around the tree and putting them on top of sort of the thicker branches. This tree has some branches that are a bit fuller, and I'm just laying them on there trying to look like that's where the snow would have accumulated if it had snowed. Now I'm going through here and just adding in all of those filler balls, all those ones that we've had forever, and I'm sticking my hand inside the branches and hooking them really deep inside the tree, just working my way all the way around the tree as I do that. These are the larger gold and green ornaments, those larger balls that I'm putting in, and then I'm just sticking in some more of the filler type ornaments that don't really have any kind of sentimental value, that were just kind of used more as fluff. There's the presents that I showed you, the glitter presents. Now I did go back through and add some more. I found another probably 6 boxes of those dusters, so I did go back through and add those in later, and you can see that at the end of the video. Now I'm adding some little those glittery light bulbs that I had, and just some more of the glitter ornaments that we like so much.
Laughing all the way, bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side.
All right, now it's time for the Christopher Radko ornament. So this guy here is a nutcracker, and he's my favorite. I just love all the bright, vivid colors. I couldn't get it to focus in very well. I think it's because it's so shiny, but I always like to put him in a special place on the tree. We've got the angel, we've got Santa, and an airplane with a little present dangling below. All the Radko ornaments are decorated on both sides. So we've got Santa in a cowboy hat on the other side of Texas. We've got a little mouse in a shoe, a snowman. This is my son's frog. You can see from my hand just how big this thing is. So all highly detailed, all super pretty, and I just love putting them in special places on the tree every year. And now here is my husband. He's come home from work, and my 12-year-old son actually got off the computer and came to help hang these beautiful Radko ornaments on the Christmas tree. So my son knows how protective I am of these, and he brought them over one at a time so we could get them all nice and secure on the branches. So now I'm adding in my floral picks. A lot of people like to do this at the beginning before they do their ornaments. However, I like to do it at the end so I can see exactly where the tree is just needing a little something extra. Plus, when you have an artificial tree, they're perfectly symmetrical, which makes them look even more fake. So by adding in these picks, it's giving it a little bit of more of an organic feel. So I like to come in at the very end and see exactly where we're needing to kind of not make it look so perfect and fake, if you can imagine that for an artificial tree. So, and here we have the finished product from top to bottom, and I really love our tree this year. I love how we're able to blend in the more traditional ornaments with more of the fun ornaments that the kids have. My husband's two kiddos that we don't have with us full time were able to come over and add their fun little ornaments in, and it really is just something special for them to be able to do. So here's our wedding cake ornament. There's my favorite little guy, my nutcracker guy, and a little bit of a close-up coming up on the tree topper. I did go back through and kind of fix this up just a little bit. It was kind of crazy up there. But I really just love that for a blended family like ours, we're able to mix everything together for a blended Christmas tree, say. So there's our snowman with my stepson's Kermit the Frog and motorcycle. We've got my little nutcracker guy next to T-Rex. And I just really love that all the kids can come through and find all of their special ornaments every year that they put on the tree. So here's a full shot of the tree. I know it's shaky, but I had a really hard time trying to get a tripod spot to get it steady. But tell me what you think of the feather dusters as snow. Personally, I am kind of on the fence about it. I think it adds a little fun punch to the tree. However, I do think I really want a flocked tree next year. So I will definitely be ordering some flocking and giving it a go, and then maybe putting those feather dusters back in. It will definitely look like real snow has been put on the tree. And here's a little view from above on our balcony. I hope to have a video of our mantle coming up in the next few days, because it was super simple, and I just think it makes a huge statement in our living room for Christmas Day. Thanks for watching, and Maui Christmas!